Let's go, baby. All right. 75th BBM. 75 more to go. In about a month. Let's get it cracking, man. Let's fucking draft. Got 4 spots here. Two. Do this. Video on the side plan. Some camp news.
This is Pocket. I never go anywhere without it. At the tap of a button, it
What's going on, guy?
That boy. Yeah. The 109. Didn't I just get the 109? Oh, I got the one left. The sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. All right, we're live. Oh, who said that? The running back coach? All right. Talk to me. That's funny.
Guys, it's Nick here, back in the video. Time for my favorite video of the offseason, camp news. I'm going over every single
40
team,
minutes,
the
goddamn.
most important bit of news that we need to know. We do this every single Saturday moving forward to make sure we stay on
Yeah, I'll
top
take JT.
of the latest news and are drafting players at the appropriate spots as their value.
JT!
One video you watch every single week, make it be this one. All right, gonna be a long one. Sit back, hit the like button. Check these off the Arizona Cardinals. No concrete news, but there's tons of rumors for Arizona. So people don't love that Marv keeps dropping passes. There's tons of clips circulating the internet right now of him dropping like wide open passes. That doesn't look great given what we've seen the last 2 years. Then also, coaches have really been talking
Cyrus
about
Allen
Wilson,
carted into the medical tent.
Hookah and Robert Woods. Given also what we saw last season, what we've seen from clips from training camp, I don't know. Like, I don't think we start drafting Michael Wilson ahead of Marv. But for me, when we look at this offense and we say it's got like the hardest schedule I've ever seen, I mean, truly Arizona has a brutal schedule. The fact that they're probably more than likely, I would say like 89% chance, going to have Carson Beck starting later in the season in the fantasy playoffs. And this like thing we have with Marv of being a very talented player, but he can't catch the football, and there's just always something wrong for his production to just fall off. I don't know. I think we got to back off Marv a little bit. I think we got to start taking Michael Wilson a little bit higher. I don't think they should flip each other in the rankings just yet. The other thing, probably the bigger thing I would say here, is there really seems to be some legs around Algier
Walker.
splitting work. I mean, he's splitting the first team reps right now. That I wouldn't put too much stock behind. I mean, it's like opening days at camp. We see all the time that rookies do not open the day as a day one starter. That it kind of like, they ramp up throughout.
Yeah,
camp.
I'll just take Walker
Love
here.
will be the starter.
I'll go
That's
chalk.
not really the question here.
I'll chalk it up.
But
I'll chalk it up.
numerous reports that Algier is going to have a role, and it seems like they're kind of heading for the same split that they had in Atlanta in Bijan's rookie season. So Bijan and Algier split a lot in that rookie season. Bijan had 214 carries. Algier had 186 in that year. Bijan had a little over 1,450 yards, 8 touchdowns, and back 16 adjusted points per game. Love right now is 13th at 80. So you're still getting that discount. I think that's the one thing. I don't want people to panic too much and see these reports, see a split, maybe see them move closer in projected carries, because we know that Algier will catch passes. I don't want people to be too concerned from that standpoint. Like, you're drafting him in the 3rd round right now. Like,
I'll chalk it up.
And I've seen him slip a lot. I drafted him last night at pick 30, I think. Like, we're starting to get closer to the round 3-4 turn at times.
I've done this twice already.
If he's going to go as running back 16,
Unreal.
that's exactly what Bijan did in his rookie season, even with the split. I will say I think Bijan was the higher end prospect, number 1. Number 2, again, like I said, brutal schedule for Arizona. I don't know. I think we need to see Love's ADP fall. I think he's probably going to fall behind Hall and behind Kyron. I think that's probably correct at this point. I don't think it should.
5-8-3.
In Atlanta, not much. Zachariah Branch getting a lot of hype. You guys know I really like him as a prospect. Fact of the matter is, though, he's an exciting player.
Neighbors.
But they're going to run a ton of heavy personnel set, so he's not going to see the field time. Probably more of a gadget player. Someone who you like on underdog, maybe can have some spiked weeks in
Zachariah
around
Branch.
like 17 or 18. But if he's going to get hyped up into round like 14 or 15, that's not great. In a redraft league, you're probably just not going to even get that late in the draft. You're not even going to be among the wide receivers in that range.
Kyron.
So probably not going to touch him much this season. But really
that
good
four
news
slot's
for
nice.
For Bijan, London Pitts. It seems like everything is going to be
Chase
centered
Bowers,
around them.
Love in the
quarterback situation,
3rd.
though, really puts a damper on everyone's outlook. It does not look good in Atlanta for quarterbacks.
Brees.
In Baltimore for the Ravens, truly nothing that moves the needle. Lamar looks good. He looks healthy. He's probably going to run for a ton of yards this season. We just talked about him in the video yesterday, but we knew that was going to happen, and there's no real action news behind that. There's some stories around the wide receivers.
McBride, eh?
You're not drafting any of the wide receivers that are not Zay Flowers anyways, so who cares? Buffalo Bills. Positive reports on DJ Moore. So the connection between Josh Allen, DJ Moore seems to be off to a good start. We talked about this maybe
Big
like
Buka.
a week ago in a video where I was like,
T.
it was really bad
Ride.
for more last season, but there's reasons to be optimistic this year going to Buffalo. Just the difference between Caleb and Josh Allen, not only from a talent standpoint, but from the fact that like DJ Moore was in the sacrificial X role and Caleb was asked to play in the system, and so there were never really a lot of plays where it was like Caleb is creating on his own.
That should be
like
my
trying to
first.
pass someone downfield. That's like all Josh Allen does. Josh Allen is the
I've done
offense.
this before.
He's great at scrambling. Keeps
Point
his
one, though.
eyes open way downfield, like way downfield when he is scrambling. And DJ Moore is a talented enough wide receiver, even at this point in his career, to get open on these scrambles. So I'm much more optimistic about Moore than last season. You have to be because the cost goes way up. But I'm optimistic, and the early reports in camp are very good. Doesn't really have much competition to be that top target, so I think he's going to probably have a good year. Anytime you draft Josh Allen on underdog, which he's slipping a lot, I'm starting to get a ton of him. He's already my number 1 quarterback. I just got him at like 45 or something yesterday. Like, it's getting ridiculous how low his ADP is. It becomes very easy to draft Allen and DJ Moore, and that's a very high weekly upside stack. So I'm getting that one a lot more. Like it more on underdog in redraft though, but I'll still take DJ Moore in all formats. Biggest one I would say there is, I might be wrong on the James Cook receptions thing. So I'm not wrong in the sense that it has occurred historically. James Cook, if you look at his receptions, he's basically Jonathan Taylor. Like he basically like doesn't get them interceptions in games that they've been trailing, been losing. They do not use him in the receiving game. But Pete Carmichael has been vocal at times in the offseason, but definitely more recently and into camp, about getting James Cook more receptions and about throwing to the running backs more often. And I think there's more weight behind that now. Not only because I'm going to be saying it now in camp, it seems like it's coming
Declared.
but also when we think about Carmichael, where he's been, New Orleans and Denver, he's been under Sean Payton, offensive coordinator of the Sean Payton teams, where they're throwing the ball a ton of running backs. I mean, Sean Payton, we've talked about in recent seasons, it's like a gold mine in fantasy if you consolidate on one running back. It's unfortunate in Denver at times you've had a split back or 3 running backs involved, and it's harder in fantasy. That's not really the case in Buffalo. If they're actually going to throw to James Cook a lot more this season, well, we know he's going to crush it on the ground. We know the touchdown upside is there. We've only
all right. Interesting start here.
I mean, if those come now, we could be talking about as a running back 4. I think now at this point, I'm Genti if this is a possibility. There's a discussion to be had because obviously it's Gibbs, then Bijan, and McCaffrey. I don't think you touch that. There's a discussion to be had if it's JT or Cook if we're gonna have these receptions. I still think I want to have JT at that next spot, but with running back being so important, I mean, are we getting to a world where it's like you add in James Cook right in that discussion with Jonathan Taylor and say if you have that mid first round pick, you're going running back. You're just not going with these Amon-Ra, Lamb, Jefferson, even JSN at times, and you're saying I have so many options to take Gibbs or Bijan or McCaffrey or JT or Cook, and they're all such slam dunk picks. Just get them. If any of them are on the board, just draft one of them. I feel like that's probably the move this season. Again, James Cook going up. I'll draft him more now. Panthers. Brazel tore his LCL, but he is still done for the season. So not ACL, but still going to be done for the year. You weren't drafting him, obviously. He was not someone I was high on personally, but he opened up the offense. That's one disappointing thing you have here is he wasn't going to be good in fantasy. I don't think he's that great a prospect, but he was going to run downfield a ton and open things up for Tet and for Coker. Well, if that's not happening anymore, it just makes their job a little bit harder. So I do think like it's a net neutral probably. Slightly more condensed target share because Legette's the 3 now and Legette stinks. But maybe lower efficiency because they really did like Brazel as that like deep threat, stretching the field, terrifying safeties, opening everything up. Well, if that's not going to happen anymore, you not only can't move Tet inside as much, you have him running harder routes on the outside, things aren't open up as much. It's tougher for him. But maybe the couple extra targets he's now going to get kind of makes up for that inefficiency. Chicago, a few things. So one, where's Monungai? He's not out there right now, and there's no reporting. Like all we know is he's not out there. I don't know why. Is he sick? Is it just something minor? Does it not matter? I literally have no idea. So continue watching that. Again, I recorded this video around noon, a little bit before noon right now. So if something comes out Friday afternoon, noon on Friday, I don't know.
Don't do it.
So we're up to noon on Friday, and I still don't know where the heck Monungai is. So we'll see. I don't want to draft him aggressively.
Chudkins.
And this is a concern. So if you're drafting underdog right now, pause button a little bit on Monungai, but we just don't know.
Nice.
Bigger news, I would say. We've been talking about figuring out who the one is, right? And not that the other guys aren't going to be involved, but if there's one player that's going to get
Very
the
nice.
target, or like going to be the most targeted player in Chicago, we want them in fantasy, and they're a must-draft player. I've been talking about Colson Loveland as that guy. I think that is the most likely. I'm starting to think that less and think it might be Burden. The reports for Burden out of camp are insane. Like a ridiculous amount of hype from coaches, from players, not from Burden. It's not him going out there and hyping himself. It is Caleb, it is Adunze, it is Ben Johnson, it is everyone on this team being like, yup, Burden is legit. He's incredible. They're targeting him a ton. Like, he's an incredible pick. I moved him up a little bit yesterday to account for this news. I'm going to continue doing drafts and just make sure that Burden is at a spot where you are getting him consistently. And I think that means pushing him over Colson Loveland in the rankings and just making sure, when you're in that general spot where he goes, he's always the top wide receiver.
Oh my God, bro.
He's so talented. The yards per
Oh my God, bro. Every time.
If he's the guy they're also feeding targets to, my goodness, he could be a wide receiver one easily, and you're getting him at such a discount.
Drake,
so probably, if these reports continue, probably going to be a track player, probably going to be on a ton of my teams.
Yeah,
but we'll see. I still love Colson Loveland. I still think he's going to be great. Truly, there's very positive
bro,
vibes
every time I'm getting sniped on this dude.
Up and down. Anyone on the field, not Monungai, anyone on the field, like even Adunze is getting hype. It looked at the foot injury, totally fine. Truly, with how hard their schedule is, with how talented these players are and how good the system is, by Chicago. I really just think they're going to drop a nuke this season. I want Caleb. I want Adunze. I want Loveland. Really want Burden given these reports right now. Other team I really want. The Bengals.
Attacking, the off-season, in-season.
Chase Brown. I mean, the reports are very positive right now, and it makes sense from numerous perspectives. But when you have Joe Burrow going out there,
I do like Jordan Tyson a lot
Chase
as well.
Brown is a featured running back capable of pass blocking, receiving, running. He should be on the field every play. What do you think? All the players would be like, take a seat, Chase Brown. Chase Brown's great. He's a featured running back. I still don't think, I think right now it's still Saquon, Ken Walker, then Chase Brown, and then Hampton. But I feel very good about Chase Brown instead of Hampton right now, or over Hampton right now. And because there's also very positive reports about Ken Walker, I just think you gotta go running back in that range. Like, these are such good picks. In this, like, Cook, Genty, Saquon, Ken Walker, Chase Brown, how are you drafting? It's tough to say, but how are you even drafting Jefferson or Lamb in those spots? Like, don't you have to go running back if you have a late first round pick? Like, such positive vibes, such incredible upside for all of these running backs. Chase Brown's a great pick, but so is Ken Walker, as we'll get to. So is, I think, Saquon. We'll get to that, why it's trending a little bit in the other direction right now. But yeah, you gotta be drafting running back in that range. But Chase Brown, elite pick in round 2. Just still gotta figure out if Saquon's gonna be featured or not this season. But yeah, very positive vibes in Cincy. Offensive line is great. Draft Cincy players. Team you might not want to draft is the Cleveland Browns up next, but Todd Monken has had a lot of praise for Fannin recently. Basically came out and said that he's going to be the focal point of the passing attack, that they're going to pound the rock with Quinshon Judkins and throw it a ton to Fannin. Also positive to see that Casey Concepcion right away is out there as like a starting receiver in first team reps, so that's great to see. But Fannin's the guy, like, it's unfortunate that the quarterback play is going to stink, the offensive line is terrible, the offensive system is not going to be good. The production, like, as a total offense, won't be there. So even if he racks up receptions, it likely won't be for many yards, he likely won't score many touchdowns. But any tight end that could be the featured option on the offense needs to be targeted in drafts. And so I'm more optimistic than I was in tight end ranking video earlier this week. Whenever you have the coach saying that they're going to feature this player on offense, centering the offense around them, and they're a player.
Oh, he's got McConkey. I'm an idiot.
Interview you watch last season.
I didn't look at that, bro. Fuck.
He was. It just, you know that he's not just like blowing smoke. Like, he's going to get a ton of targets this season.
Damn.
I still think you have to have Fannin behind Kraft and Laporta because they're just on such better offenses, and if they're gonna be healthy in week 1, which is something Kraft's gonna get to go.
Not Cortland Sutton again.
Like, I think you have to do them, but I think Fannin moves right behind them into that tier.
How much
and
Sutton could I get?
Hits and kill a little bit more than he did before. For Dallas Cowboys, Illinois, the drum beat continues. He's the locked-in wide receiver 3. I think his ascension is going to hurt Jake Ferguson on Dallas. I want news on Terrence Ferguson if he's going to be hyper-targeted this season.
Oh, my
Ferguson,
God.
Always been this dump-off guy, this low ADOT guy, just not a super high upside role. And if they're also going to focus more targets on Ferguson,
you know what?
It's Ferguson up, or Ferguson down, and Flournoy up. Flournoy is getting a lot of hype from the team.
I'm just going to take Wilson here, bro. Fuck this shit.
Camp, the coaching staff
take Mike Wilson.
Likes him. He's a very good pick later. Underdog right
I have
now.
so much Cortland Sutton. Godwin, I'm cool off.
The draft at that point, you just might not need to go there. But he's
I wanted Harvey.
And then a lot of hype around Jaden Blue. I know we had hype last season, but it actually seems like he's headed for a much larger role right now. We'll see as camp continues.
Oh, I'm McBride too. I didn't even notice.
He looks explosive.
I mean, that's fine.
Teams like, yep, he took that next step. Seems he's been good.
Gotta get Brissett though.
See if it continues.
But it's
very positive. Denver, nothing really much. Waddle looks good, but that's to be expected. There's no actual news in Denver. There's really nothing to say. Like, nothing happened in Denver that makes us change anything. Up next, we have the Lions. Gibbs isn't practicing as he works through the contract talks. Don't really be worried about that. Pacheco and Baki are splitting the first team reps in the meantime.
I'm going to do a set of 15 push-ups, y'all. Let's get the push-ups in today.
I backed off Pacheco just a little bit recently. I think that, like, if you were in that range looking for a handcuff, Tank Bigsby is probably the one you want to be drafting because he's just so locked in behind Saquon. Seemed like maybe, Pacheco would be locked in behind him. But the reality is, Pacheco's not that good. $1.8 million deal. If
get the push-ups in, y'all. Get y'all push-ups in.
Role,
serious.
I don't know there's much.
If you want to chat right now, I need you to do 15. Set of 15. Let's go.
Has a good camp. He's the number 2 behind Gibbs. There's a lot of upside for this role. You just need him to be like, used on a weekly basis to actually have a strong role. If Gibbs went down, because Gibbs isn't gonna like hold out and not play this season. And I don't know that right now we know for sure they'd have that role, and so we're gonna leave it too early if we don't know. Just he's going like 2 rounds or maybe a round and a half ahead of Tank Bigsby. Just Tank Bigsby. Green Bay, couple things. So number 1, Tucker Kraft.
Excuse me.
I think he's practicing as of today. Don't quote me on that, but if it's not today, it's like this weekend. Like he's going to be practicing, so he's going to be good to go. Marshawn Lloyd continues to get a lot of hype. He's been their most explosive player on the field. If I had any advice to Marshawn Lloyd, it'd be, you know what, you prove it. Dial back the explosiveness a little bit. Preserve your groin. Preserve your hammy. They seem to be the things that get you into trouble. You know, you're trying to run 120 miles an hour every play. Pull it back to 110. You're still probably the most explosive player, but now you might have a hammy at the end of the day. Very interested to see what happens here. Especially
I like Purdy.
if we get a Jacob suspension. Like, if that happens, I still think they're probably going to go out and get someone.
Do these motherfuckers take Purdy?
They trade for a lower end back. They're not going to bring in like a running back one, obviously. It's not possible. But they go out and get Najee. Do they get one of these backs on free agency?
Fuck it.
I don't know. But if Lloyd continues to have the camp that he's having and he stays healthy, it'll give them more trust in not doing that. And maybe Lloyd can be a good pick again in drafts. But, you know, you don't want to be on the
I knew it.
It's not a very fun
Man.
Houston Texans. There was a report recently about Monty and Marks splitting the workload this year. I mean, maybe that's true because, you know, 80-20 is still a split. But Monty is the guy. They did not bring him in. And the other thing is, like, not only from a talent perspective is he...
Monty's the guy.
The team at times said that he's the guy going to be featured back this season. But think about it from Monty's perspective. Do you think in free agency they would have gone there and said, hey, want to split the work with Woody Marks? And he was like, yes, please, and took that job. There were plenty of teams that would have been willing to give Dave Montgomery a contract. The fact that he went to Houston signals to me they said, you're the guy. You're the early down guy. You're getting the touchdowns. We're going to use you in the receiving game. Now, Woody Marks is a receiving back.
Yeah.
And Monty's not going to get
Let's get some Kittle in there, man.
But for a round 5 pick to be locking in a very consistent running back too, I just think he's such a safe pick. The touchdowns will be there. Early down workload will be there. The defense is great. Going to have enough receptions. I think he's a really good pick in drafts. For the Colts, and actually, one thing I'll say, Jaden Higgins is getting a little bit of hype as well, but it's still going to be a run-heavy offense.
I fuck with this draft, y'all. I fuck with this draft.
So it can only be so good for that too. For the Colts, seems like right now, Dallas is trending towards playing in 2 receiver sets. The reason we can't go all in yet, and I can't like put him on the must-draft list just yet, is because, well, Alec Pierce isn't there yet. And do things shake around a little bit if Alec Pierce returns? Is down still in 2 receiver sets? We don't know. So positive so far.
Four.
See it, but let's be honest, if he wasn't in 2 receiver sets, while Alec Pierce also wasn't out there,
Three.
it would be a
And
death
then-
blow to Josh Downs. So
3 for real?
thankfully, he is in those sets
Feel like
right
I'm
now.
locking in
We'll
on
see if
2.
that continues once
McBride
Pierce is
and
back. I think no one's going to come back in.
GK.
Jacksonville, number of things to go over. So, number 1, Chris Rodriguez is out there, but not in team drills. He's going to be brought along slowly. The goal is to be healthy for week 1. So, I'm thinking it's going to be a couple weeks before he plays in team drills. We just don't know yet. He's not out there yet. And Tune is taking advantage of all of that. He looks explosive. The coaches are hyping him up. Cohen called him an all-purpose back that's great in the red zone and in the passing game, which, I mean, that's why we were excited about him as a prospect, right? We're like, well, he's a prospect that can force missed tackles, that can be used in the receiving game and as a goal line back. Those are the types of running backs. Think about, like, Cam Scadaboo as well. Types of running backs that hit in fantasy. If we're trending towards that happening on the Jaguars with someone this explosive, yeah, there's a ton of upside. He's already used a goal line back last season. Now, I don't want us to get too far ahead of ourselves. They really like Rodriguez as well. There's a reason why they brought him in.
Baker.
He's got a history with Liam Cohen. Like, I think he's still going to eat into the early down workload of Tootin. But they're very excited about Tootin. This is obviously a very positive thing. He's a great pick in fantasy right now. I just don't want people to assume that C-Rod's going to do nothing. They're ramping him up because he's going to have a role, and they want him to be healthy. Once he returns, it's not going to be a featured back season for Tootin, but again, still a very good pick. It's such a good offense, and it goes in great range of the draft where you don't need him to be featured. After him, I would say Parker Washington having an unbelievable camp. We're at the point where he needs to be the top wide receiver in range. He's stacking back to back to back great days in camp. He looks like the team's number 1 target. It seems like he's going to be like that top target that Brian Thomas Jr. is slated for. You know, that X role, field stretcher, running the really tough routes. But that he
Yeah, maybe
opens
Keaton
up
Mitchell's the
offense
pick
for
there.
Parker Washington.
I don't know.
That Myers kind of mixes in as that third wide receiver. That Travis Hunter
I
does more defensive
don't
offense,
know.
but still plays offense, gets more designed usage. So routes will be down, but targets per route run, yards per route run will be very high. And that everyone, all four of them, have elite contingent upside. If there's an injury to any one of these receivers, we see roles skyrocket in an offense. It's going to consolidate among them. You're not going to have another wide receiver stepping up. So great, honestly, all of them have great contingent upside, makes them good picks. But Parker Washington is probably at this point going to have to be considered a must-draft player. He is just going in a great range of the draft where there's almost no risk. And where he's going right now, which I think on Underdog is like pick 67 or so, 68, may have bumped up a spot or two the last couple days. Every time you're in that range, you probably want to be drafting him. If you don't draft one of like May, Daniels, Burrow as part of a stack, you're taking Parker Washington, just hoping that in the next round you can get one of those elite quarterbacks.
Ready? Here we go. Dropbox, Kristoff, Lunchbox, Mom Rocks, give a little Sarah love.
Rashid.
Pursuing your thrill requires
Shaheen.
Smith Optics makes premium,
Definitely
outdoor-ready
looking for Ted
prescription
Hurst.
sunglasses.
K-Dot. Oh, no, not K-Dot, but
Explore more at smithoptics.com.
damn.
Love going Parker Washington than like Herbert or something like that. Kansas City up next. Kind of what I talked about before. I love Chase Brown, but it's tough to move him over Ken Walker because Ken Walker's also getting great reports out of camp. We already know that Ken Walker's going to be featured at the goal line, a ton of carries this season. That alone makes him worth a second round pick. But if we're going to add on what they've been talking about and then now doing in camp is add
Keaton
on
Mitchell,
usage in the
Malik
screen
Willis?
game, and we get that to add on top of it. I mean, he's a
Might have been the
first-round
play.
pick. But the problem is,
I
it's
don't
like, okay, well, if he's a first round pick and Jim Cook's a first round pick,
Baker.
and Jensen's a first round pick, and we have Saquon
I
getting
like
a ton
Baker
of
this year.
carries on offense that should be way better, also has a great defense, and we've got Chase Brown being featured on another amazing offense with the best offensive line he's played behind. It's like, well, not everyone can go in round one, and so it adds to this notion that it's like, well, Lamb and Jefferson are great as well, but do you want to be exiting that range with less than one of these guys? Like, what if you could draft Ken and Chase? Okay, well, they're second round picks, both of them right now, so you can actually go like James Cook in one of these guys or Gentry in one of these guys. I don't know, like it adds a lot to the fact that it's like there's so many great running backs going in that general range. I kind of want to be leaving with two of them. But yeah, Ken Walker, also an amazing pick. Probably deserves to be a round one pick right now. And then keep an eye on Cyrus Allen, getting a lot of hype right now. He's their 5th round rookie this season.
Just got hurt.
He's only 180 pounds and not super fast, but he's making plays. And let's be honest, Worthy's been a bust, and Rice cannot beat man coverage, only a zone beater. Kelsey also basically a zone beater over the middle of the field. And so Cyrus Allen, a lot of people have talked about him being like their best man beater. If he's the only one that can go out there and like actually win and get open, he can have a role. It's just Casey also historically kind of brings these rookies along pretty slowly. Even Rice didn't really use in the first half of the season. Raiders, pretty quiet on the wide receiver front. Doesn't seem like any of them are going to be standing out. Doesn't matter a whole lot though. We know Bowers is effectively their wide receiver one. I think Michael Mayer is going to play a lot more than people are expecting, in a much larger role than people think. This offense is going to run a ton of 2 tight end sets. That means only 2 wide receivers on the field. They're going to throw to tight ends at probably one of, if not the highest rate in the league. I continue to think like round 17, 18 picks are getting tougher on Underdog. It's very difficult at this point. All these sleepers we had are now going in rounds 14, 15, and 16. It's tough in rounds 17 and 18, but Mayer continues to be there every
So
single
Kamara.
time at the back end of round 18.
Why not?
If you leave that spot open for him, I think that's an exceptional pick to make right now. But yeah, I don't even know what their wide receiver position is going to look like, but I also don't think he cares. We're not really drafting him. Chargers, I was hoping this wouldn't happen. Like, we wanted a quiet camp from Keaton Mitchell, but the team, of course, goes out there and tweets out like a 30 air yard reception from Keaton Mitchell. Air yards are king for running backs. So many running backs will have a role in the receiving game, but it's all dump offs. If you're getting usage downfield, there's like a handful of running backs that get usage downfield. So if that continues, oh my goodness, if he's going to get consistent carries, consistent targets, some of them coming downfield, the upside for Keaton Mitchell is significant this season. I still think he's probably the best pick you can make right now. I just don't want the hype to make it where he's like a top 100.
I have a rookie
You'd be able to get him
already.
in the 130s. I was in a high stakes draft the other day
Yeah,
where I was
fuck it.
planning to take it at 123. His ADP was like 137 or something like that. He went at like 115. So it's already happening. Really hope it doesn't go too early. Only other thing is Brennan Thompson's getting hype, but like so is Trey Harris. So this isn't like Trey Harris being bad. Thompson's getting hype. He's going to overtake him. I still think it's going to be a battle. But Thompson's a specific player, right? He's 5'9", 164 pounds. Okay, so like not exactly the biggest receiver in the NFL. 4.2640 though. So that's basically, I think they're going to use him on design plays, get him moving really fast across the field, deep downfield, deep shots, things like that. Whereas I think Trey Harris is more like, Trey Harris is a great run blocker. He can be used in even like 12 or 13 personnel sets. I think it's still Harris as number 3. But if you're around 18 underdog and you have a Charger stack, I would want Thompson added to that. Rams, not much news. I want more news. I want to know about Ferguson.
Okay.
I want to know exactly what the split. Seems like to start camp, it is looking like that 50-50 split with Corn. It seems like Corn had another great offseason. He's going to be very involved with his team. But not a lot of actionable news. Like, there's not a lot where it's like, oh, this is definitely happening. Honestly, a couple of the teams coming up, not a lot of actionable news. But Miami, nothing really. Achan confirmed they're going to be very run-heavy. I'm back saying that, so we'll see. But they're probably going to lean very run-heavy this season. It's how run-heavy can you be if you're terrible and if you're losing all the time. You can start run-heavy. You can be run-heavy when winning, when trailing, or when winning and neutral. But if you're trailing most weeks, how run-heavy are you going to be? Really just wouldn't be drafting Dolphins players. Vikings, another one where we're more just watching. Watch the quarterback battle. Watch the running back usage. We don't have any sort of takeaway yet. There's been up and downs for both quarterbacks. We have no takeaway from the split between Mason, Claiborne, Aaron Jones. We just don't know enough yet. It's far too early in camp to have anything in Minnesota. In Patriots camp, Vrabel was asked about Travion Henderson improving, right? It's something we want to know. Like, did he improve pass protection in the offseason? Can you trust him more? And he goes into an answer kind of about pass protection in general and how important it is and stuff like that. And then when answering the specific question about the running backs, he starts with, I love the way Ramondre protects. And Travion's continuing to work on that. That's not what you want to hear. If you have been drafting Travion Henderson, I still, like I said a couple weeks ago, people are kind of drafting Travion assuming he did make that next step. But we don't know that he did, and the early reports are that he did not from the head coach. I feel like we're heading towards a situation where it's exactly like last season. And maybe better because the offensive line's better, but like Ramondre is the one they trust in pass protection. They are going to use him in the receiving game. He's the more consistent option on early downs. Travion's that explosive running back, change of pace that could be great in the receiving game, but if he can't be trusted in pass protection, it's more on design plays in the receiving game, which can still lead to high in production. But
Did Ted Hurst get scooped already?
Where he's going, he goes forward in drafting now.
No.
Other name to watch is Eli Raridon. I mean, huge hype around him. He's a very athletic tight end. Amazing pick in rookie drafts right now. Underdog, definitely draft him, especially if it's tight end premium. I think his ascension does a couple things. It basically would make it so that they wouldn't go out and get another tight end. We've talked about that being a positive for Henry, but if his ascension is so great that in the second half of the season he's commanding a target share, getting design looks, and like pushing Hunter Henry, well, that's a bad thing for Hunter Henry. So I don't know exactly what to do with this right now. If the hype continues and Raridon's going to have a role in week 1, you got to bump Hunter Henry down to someone where it's like you're not really targeting as much. Still think Henry is fine in 2 tight end builds, but certainly would not enter the season with Hunter Henry as your only tight end. And we will see. I might have to bump him down a little bit if Raridon continues to be this good. Saints camp. Kamara's been mixing in for first down work, but we still don't really know what the plan is here. I'm really hoping beat reporters continue to ask because we just don't know. I don't think the team wants Kamara to be a huge thing this season, but if he's getting first team reps and he's going to be using the passing attack, like that's a knock on Etienne. Etienne has basically gone from being a really good pick, basically in the beginning of the 3rd round, to being someone where should probably be going closer to around 3-4 turn. And if Kamara is going to be that receiving back, it really caps the upside of Etienne.
Let's get to work on a
Let me just lock in Brissett
Vote with someone
with
you can
McBride and Wilson.
But we don't know yet. We don't know how heavy that role is going to be. They paid a lot of money to Etienne. They really like him as a runner. We'll see. Just got to continue to monitor that one. Giants camp, probably the story of the week. Right? Neighbors look good. I mean, sometimes you're seeing, oh, they're out there running routes. They're gonna participate at some time soon. I mean, maybe he's not 100% right now. He's not 100% right now. But like, my goodness, does he look good on these routes? He looks like he's cutting with absolutely no thought of the torn ACL and other things too. We did talk about this about a week ago, saying, whenever you're going to bet on someone returning faster than expected from a significant knee injury, historically, the people who have beaten those expectations are young, highly athletic wide receivers. What is Malik Neighbors? A young, highly athletic wide receiver. So it's not shocking that he goes out there as one of these like super high-end talents and recovered really well. He's incredibly athletic. Those are the people who return. He avoided the pup, which means the team fully expects him to play at some point in the first 4 weeks of the season. Multiple reports recently that there's a chance he plays in week 1. At this point, 2-3 return. I think he has to go to 2-3 return. I think the discussion at this point is, where do you place him among those options? Among the Pickens, Nico, A.J. Browns of the world, among Achane and Derrick Henry. If you're a Trey McBride, that range fan, I'm not. Among like Love and Breece Hall, like among these positions, among the wide receiver, where exactly does he go? That's what we're going to figure out over the next couple of weeks, and it's how quickly he's ramped up and how he looks continually, how he progresses in camp. Right now, I think I'd probably take him over Pickens. I think it's really tough between him and Nico, and I think right now I'd probably still take Nico first. But if you're at the turn and you took Gibbs and you want to grab Neighbors and like Breece Hall, or you wanted to go Gibbs, Nico, Neighbors, I think there's a ton of upside, and I'm taking the 2-3 turn at this point.
Is that Hurst
he
here?
progresses significantly, I'm still not going to take him. I don't think
Oh,
over
I
the
got him.
running back that's like
I got him.
Saquon, Ken Walker, Chase Brown,
Yeah, it looks like
and I think I'd probably still
5,
go Bowers at the end of that.
14%,
But after that, I feel like I'm probably just going
18%.
Neighbors. If again once we see
Yeah, I'll probably go
him in
5
practice
RBs.
looking
It's
good, that happens. That's probably where I put him.
obviously a
Right
ding
now,
on the
I think he goes to
advancement, but
return,
way
but,
less than going 8 receivers.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't very excited about the reports so far.
So, yeah.
And the literal videos that we have of him running routes. Jets camp. Sadiq practice. So we didn't know 100% if Sadiq was going to be good to go to start camp. He is. He looks good. We already know he's hyperly athletic. He's a very exciting player. I don't want to go crazy and start drafting him a ton because he's on the Jets and they have Garrett Wilson, they have Breece Hall, they have receivers they'll use. Like, the usage will not be that high no matter how good he is. But it's still
Adam
exciting if you like
Randall.
taking him late. That he looks good, he looks healthy. Good pick, but only 2 10 builds, mostly an underdog, and 3 10 build an underdog, 2 10 builds in real leagues. And
Is he gonna sign
I
somewhere?
don't think you can rely on him still early in the season. Eagles, again, we got to figure this split out. Like, right now they're splitting first team work with Tank and Saquon. I wouldn't look at that too much.
Braylon
just
Allen,
because
Justice
they have talked
Hill.
numerous times about how they're like, oh, you're going to limit the workload for Saquon. And they're
Fuck
like,
it, let's
well,
get a Najee
we
share in
don't have
there.
to do that in games. Like, we have off-season programs. We have OTAs. We
Why
have
not?
camp. We have practice within the week. Those account for so many touches. If you reduce those touches, you're good to go in the season, right? Like, it's not about saying, oh, instead of giving him 20, we'll give him 18. Those 2 touches
Probably got
aren't
one
gonna
more
make a
year in him,
difference.
right?
It's if you take 50 touches off his plate in weekly practices, or 300 touches off his plate in camp. Well, that can add up to really saving him. So it's not shocking to see this split. They should be doing this split. They know how good Saquon is. He doesn't need these touches in camp. But Tank looks good, and Tank looked good last year, and the team likes Tank. And it's like, well, it makes sense that in season, if Tank is actually going to perform really well, why not give him some early down work? So especially some early down work that's like not high leverage, right? Some early down work that's like, it's
All right,
first and
boys.
10, non-obvious passing down. The difference
I'll
between
catch you on the
Saquon
next
and Tank